Hello, class 7th. So, we have been studying chapter weather, climate, and adaptation of animal. Yes, we have been studying chapter number 6. So, last time I told you about adaptation and rain gauge, temperature, meteorology. Today we will study a new topic which is cloudness and wind. But before we start cloudness and wind, let's revise whatever we studied in previous class. Okay, let's revise them. Then we will go to the new topic. So you know that weather and climate have a great impact on our daily life. Yes, and we know that weather and climate determine the type of clothes we wear, type of food we grow and eat. So all the living organisms living are adapted to survive in climatic condition of their natural habitat. So what do you mean by weather? So what do you mean by weather? The day-to-day condition of the atmosphere. The day-to-day condition of the atmosphere at a place with respect to temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind speed, etc., is called weather at that place. So these things, which temperature, humidity, wind speed, these are known as elements of weather. Yes, these are known as elements of weather. So the weather at a place changes every day. Yeah, every day, every minute. Sometimes it is more warm, more humid, more cloudy, more windy, and sometimes it is less warm, less humid, less cloudy, less windy. It may rain for an hour in the morning and then become sunny and clear right after that. Yeah, it was all about weather. And you know what is the meaning of meteorology? What is the meaning of meteorology? Meteorology means the study of atmosphere, scientific study of atmosphere, and meteorologist. Meteorologist is that person who studies the weather. Yes, weather expert use computer technology and data from Earth station and satellite to predict the weather. Am I right? And weather expert, they work in meteorologists, they work in meteorological department. Yes, meteorological department of which is the department of government which collect the data on temperature, humidity, wind, and makes the weather prediction. Okay, and you know that the weather is generally not the same on any 2 days, so there is a lot of change in the weather over week or month, and all these changes in the weather is caused by the sun. And I also told you about the temperature. Yes, in previous class I also told you about the temperature. So what is temperature? Temperature is the measure of the degree of hotness or coldness in any object. Yes, temperature is the measure of coldness or hotness of an object. Yes, you know the maximum temperature you can see during afternoon, at night temperature slowly bringing down, and then minimum temperature always occur in the morning time. Yeah, so we use a special thermometer. Yes, to collect it, this data we use a thermometer which name is maximum and minimum thermometer. Okay, and I also told you about humidity. Yes, humidity refers to the amount of water vapor present in air. Yes, humidity indicates the likelihood of precipitation. Yes, and which device is used to measure humidity? Yes, psychrometer, or you can say hygrometer. Yes, and humidity is also measured using remotely placed satellite. Yeah, it's also correct. And we also talked in previous class about rain. Yes. So the greater of the humidity, then more are the chances of rain. Yes. And rainfall is measured by an instrument called rain gauge, or you can say rain gauge. Okay. So rain gauge is basically a measuring cylinder with a funnel which is on the top to collect the rainwater. And if we talk about the heavy rain and lighter rain, then you know that southwest monsoon, yeah, which comes southwest monsoon, southwest monsoon, southwest monsoon bring heavy rain. Yeah, it comes in June to September. And if we talk about northeast monsoon, then it comes November to March, which bring lighter rain. Okay, I hope that you understood. Now, today's first topic is cloudness and wind. So, cloudness is a full of a cloudy sky having little or no sunshine. It is a cloudy but rainless day. Yeah, you know when cloudness happen, when you see cloudiness, then you will it will rainless day. It will be rainless day, and sky may be fully cloudy or little. So that time maybe you will see no sunshine or little bit sunshine. Yes, am I right? As you can see in the picture also. And if we talk about the wind, the moving air is called wind. Yes, when the air moves, we call it wind. Yes, wind is blowing. Wind is cool. Wind is warm. So wind is actually a horizontal move. Yes, wind does not move vertical like wind does not move like snake. It moves horizontal. Yes, wind moves horizontal. Wind is named after the direction from which it comes. Yes, northern wind. Yes, and remember, kids, wind name is given after the direction from which it comes. Northern wind. Yeah, from northern wind, the name was given wind. Okay. I hope that you understood. It's a very easy topic. What is cloudiness? Cloudiness means when the sky is full of cloudy and or little or no sunshine. It is a cloudy but rainless day. When wind, the moving air is called wind. So it's a very easy topic. Now, next topic. Let's talk about precipitation and wind. Let's move on the next point. Okay, precipitation and wind. So, what do you mean by precipitation? Precipitation is any product of the condensation of atmospheric water vapor that falls under gravity. You know water cycle, you studied in sixth class also about water cycle. In lower class you might have studied water cycle. Yeah, the water of sea pond, due to sunlight it convert into water vapor moves up, and then it condense, form the clouds, and when the water vapor condense it convert into small raindrops which form cloud. When it becomes to when the temperature becomes so low, then they come on the earth. Yes, in the form of precipitation. Yes, that there is water vapor in the form of small drops fall under gravity. This is known as precipitation. Yes, so precipitation is any product of condensation. Yes, it is a product of condensation. Yes, maybe it precipitation not only in the form of rain, it may be form of in the hail, 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 olegina, in the form of snow. Yes, in the form of drizzle. Drizzle means when little bit rain, means only some small drops are coming on the earth due to gravity, under gravity, we call it drizzle. Okay. So you can see on the picture, on the screen, I have written in Hindi also some words with the meaning of English word in Hindi, as you can see on your screen. The main forms of precipitation include dew, mist, fog, rain, hail, snow, drizzle, sleet, gropel. Yes, these are the main forms of precipitation. Yes, there sometimes rain occur. Yes, sometimes snow in cold area. Sometimes drizzle in Rajasthan side. in sometime hail. Yeah, it's possible, hail. And sometimes sleet means rain with hail. Yes, when both come together. Sleet means when both come together, rain with hail. Okay, SLEET, sleet. So I hope you understood the meaning of precipitation, the meaning of wind. Wind means, the moving air is called wind. Okay. So precipitation is the product. It can be any product. Okay. Precipitation is any product. It can be any product. It can be mist. It can be fog, rain, mist, snow, sleet, drizzle. All these are product. All these are product. Okay. Now let's talk about atmospheric pressure. Let's go on the next point. Okay, so now let's talk about the atmospheric pressure. So, what do you mean by atmospheric pressure? Atmospheric pressure is actually a force which is exerted by air. Yes, which is applied by air due to the weight of air. Force is applied on a per unit area in the atmosphere, which is known as atmospheric pressure. So, in simple word, you can say atmospheric pressure is defined as the force per unit area applied by air. Force per unit area applied by air. Okay. And as you can see the definition on your screen, I am reading. Please pay attention, I am reading. Atmospheric pressure is defined as the force per unit area exerted against a surface by the weight of air above the surface. Yes. So falling of atmospheric pressure indicate an approaching storm. Yes. So when the atmospheric pressure when the atmospheric pressure fall, it indicates that storm is approaching. Storm is approaching. You can do by just simple experiment. You can easily do that if you take a jug and try to dip it into water. What will happen when you will try to dip into water? Though it will fill with air. It will fill with air. And when you will try to dip, it will not dip because air is applying pressure. That's why it will not go in. Am I right? You might have seen, you might have tried because of atmospheric pressure. Yes. Even you know that air is all around us. Air is all around us. So if I push the air is also applying force, but the weight of air is less here. That's why I can easily push air by just using my hand. Okay. So atmospheric pressure is the force per unit area. Okay. And as I already said that when the atmospheric pressure fall, it indicates the storm, approaching storm. Yeah, storm. So rising of atmospheric pressure means what? When the atmospheric pressure rises, the sky will become clear. But when the atmospheric pressure fall, storm is coming. Yes, it's not clear sky. So now the question is how to measure atmospheric pressure. How to measure atmospheric pressure? Atmospheric pressure is measured by using a instrument. Yes, barometer. Yes, barometer. A barometer is a scientific instrument used in meteorology to measure atmospheric pressure. Yes, a barometer is a scientific instrument used to measure atmospheric pressure. And you already know what is the meaning of meteorology, is the scientific study of atmosphere. Yes, the scientific study of atmosphere. As you can see in the picture of barometer. Yes, I hope it's very simple. It's a very simple. Due to atmosphere, you in 8th class you will study in detail about atmospheric pressure. Okay. You will study in detail. Okay, let me give you one more example of atmospheric pressure so your doubt will clear. Hmm. Behind the mobile we use a stand. Behind the mobile we use a stand which is without gum. When you stick to mobile, it stick automatically. And why? The reason behind it is atmospheric pressure. The atmospheric pressure apply means the weight of air apply the pressure on it, so it stick. Yeah, you will study about it in detail in 8th class, don't worry. I hope you understood about it. Now let's see some effect of when the direction of sun change or on weather. Let's move on the next point. Okay, kids, now let's talk about effect of sun in changing of weather. Yes, effect of sun in changing of weather. So, what are the effect of sun when the weather changes in changing of weather? How does it affect? How does the sun affect? So, sun is a huge sphere of hot gases at a very high temperature. We know that sun is made of hydrogen and helium gases. Yes, and more than thousand Earth can be installed in the sun. Yeah, it is very large in size. So sun is a huge sphere of hot gases. Yes, there are many hot gases. As I said, it is made up of hydrogen and helium and different more gases, mainly hydrogen and helium. Although the distance of the sun from the earth is quite large, yeah, they are very far from each other. They are very far from each other, but the heat which is emitted by the sun, it's too at a high temperature. So still the heat and light energy emitted by the sun is so huge. So it reach on the earth. That it is the source of all heat and light on the earth. Yeah, we know that sun is the source of all heat and light on the earth. Yes, just imagine, kids. Just imagine for a moment that what will happen if the sun disappear forever. Sun does not provide heat. Then what will happen? Tell me. First thing that all all the plants will die. Yes, all the plants will die. Food will not produce. When food will not produce, all the trees and plants will die. When trees will die, the soil, yes, what will happen? The soil will soil erosion will occur, and all the soil, the humus from the soil will move away. Yes, soil will not remain fertile. Yes, am I right? So if any one thing will be removed from our nature, it will affect a large. Yes, isn't it amazing? Just think that if air air is completely disappear just for 10 minutes from the earth, what will happen? Air is just disappear for 10 minutes, what will happen? Yes, it will become, if air will disappear, we all will start flying. Yes, air also help us in many ways. Isn't it amazing? So, if we talk about the effect of sun, we know that sun is a huge ball of hot gases, and sun is very far from Earth, but still the heat and light energy emitted by the sun, it is also huge. So it reaches on the Earth, and half part of the heat and light energy of the sun which falls on the Earth is reflected back, and you know that ozone layer protect from ultraviolet rays which comes from the sun, and the sun energy absorbed and reflected by the earth's surface. Ocean and atmosphere play an important role in the determining the weather at a particular place. Yes, ocean and weather, ocean and ocean and the atmosphere plays important role in the determining the weather at a particular place. It's correct because when the sun will disappear, then water, ocean water will not convert into water vapor. Yeah. So that I hope you understood about the sun. Yes, sun play an important role because of sun water cycle work. Yes, because of sun water cycle work. Sun provides heat and light energy. Sun is the main source. Even the if in our room when the sunlight come, it clear it destroy the harmful bacteria also. Yes, and sun provide us with vitamin D. As you know, when the sun is not um, in the sky, then we feel little bit cool. Yes, and in summer we feel warm. So you know that earth revolve around the sun. Sometimes sunlight comes directly on the earth, sometimes doesn't. Yes, sometimes solar eclipse also occur just due to the sun. And in our Indian culture, sun is, we worship sun as a god. Yes, I hope you understood. Now let's study a new topic, which is climate. Let's move on the next point. Okay, it's now the new topic we have, climate. Weather is completed. Now weather is completed. We have completed today weather. So you know that what is weather? Yes. Do you know? Tell me. Tell me the definition of weather. Yes, weather is actually the day-to-day condition. Yes, of the atmosphere at a place with respect to temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind speed, etc. It's called weather in that place. And these, the temperature, humidity, rainfall, snowfall, wind speed, these are known as the elements of weather. Okay. The weather at a place changes every day. Yes, sometimes it is more warm, more humid, more cloudy, more windy, and sometimes it is less warm, less cloudy, less windy. Okay, and it may rain for an hour in the morning, then become sunny and clear right after that. So I hope that you understood completely about weather. Now let's talk about climate. Okay, climate. So what do you mean by climate? Climate is the average weather condition. Yes, climate is actually the average weather condition at a particular place. Yes, climate is an average weather condition at a particular place over a long period of time. Yes, over a long period of time, about 25 years or more. Yes. So remember, guys, whenever we calculate the climate, we actually take the average of weather. You know, in previous class, I showed you a table in which, as I told you, that write the weather of a particular place of 1 week, then average will be climate. But actually, the average will always the average of 25 years. Yes, climate is actually the average of weather of 25 years. Okay. So remember, kids, climate of a place is defined as the average weather condition at a particular place. The average weather condition at a particular place over a long period of time, about 25 years. Okay, and you know that kids, in Rajasthan, it's very hot. Yes, if the temperature increase, then generally it becomes more rainfall. Yes, means if the temperature of a place is hot most of the days and there is more rainfall, then we can say that the climate of that place is hot and wet. Then we can say climate is hot and wet. Generally, it happens in Kerala. And if we talk about the Rajasthan, then the with climate of Rajasthan is generally hot and dry. Yes, hot and dry. Means if the temperature at a place is hot for most of the days and if there is less rainfall, then we can say the climate place is hot. If hot and less rainfall, then hot and dry, then the climate of that place will be hot and dry. If the temperature is hot and rain, then it will become hot and wet. Hot and wet. Yes. Suppose if there will be the temperature cold, if the temperature of at a place is cold most of the days, and if there is less rainfall, then we can say cold and dry. Yes, cold and dry. Generally, and if there is more rainfall, then it will become cold and wet. So generally it happens during winter season. Yeah. So I hope you understood what you mean by climate. You can write down the definition of climate and the example also. Yes, and you always remember that climate is always average of 25 years, and like in Kerala, Chennai, they have hot and wet climate, and like Gujarat, in Rajasthan, most of the place like Bikaner, Jaisalmer, Jodhpur, there is a hot and dry temperature, hot and dry climate, hot and dry climate. Why? Because the temperature is hot and there is less rainfall. I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay, it's time to ask question from you. Question number 1. Write the effect of the sun. Write the effect of the sun in changing of weather. Yes, write the effect of the sun in changing of weather. So, sun is a huge sphere of hot gases at a very high temperature. You know that although the distance from the sun from the earth is quite large, and still the heat and light energy reach on the earth, yes, emitted by the sun, it is very huge. And you know that sun energy absorbed and reflected by the earth's surface, ocean and the atmosphere play an important role in determining the weather at a particular place. Due to the sun, ocean water convert into water vapor. Sun is the main source of all kind of energy. Sun helps in the photosynthesis. Yes, due to the sun, weather condition can be determined. When the sun is not present, then it may become cool. Yes, so it was all about the sun. So, and next question is question number 2. Question number 2 is write a short note on climate and atmospheric pressure. Yes, climate and atmospheric pressure. So, what is climate? As I already explained few seconds ago, that climate is of a place we can define as the average weather condition. Yes, the average weather condition at a particular place over a long period of time. Yes, the average weather condition over at a particular place over a long period of time, about 25 years. And you know that climate varies from place to place. Yes, but climate do not change every day. Climate do not change every day. So, on the basis of climate, we can find out the how is the climate on the by using average weather condition of 25 years. We can find out the climate condition. So, what is the condition? What is the climatic condition of Rajasthan? What is the climatic condition of Rajasthan? Climatic condition of Rajasthan is hot and dry. Why? Because if the temperature at a place is hot for most of the days, and there is less rainfall, then we can say that the climate at that place is hot and dry. And south side, actually the climatic condition, if you talk about hot and wet. Yeah. Why? Because if the temperature of a place hot for most of the days, and and if there is more rainfall, then we say that the climatic condition of that place is hot and wet, just like Kerala. So I hope that you understood about climatic condition. And if we talk about the atmospheric pressure, you know that barometer is a device which is used to measure atmospheric pressure, and to measure humidity we use hygrometer. And what is atmospheric pressure? Atmospheric pressure is defined as force per unit area. Yeah, force per unit area, which is actually exerted against a surface by weight of the air. Against a surface by weight of air above that surface. And we know that when the atmospheric pressure fall, it indicate the an approaching storm, and when the rising of atmospheric pressure indicate a clear sky. Okay, I hope that you got it. A barometer is actually a scientific instrument. Barometer is a scientific instrument used in meteorology to measure atmospheric pressure. Yes. What is barometer? Barometer is a scientific instrument used in meteorology to measure atmospheric pressure. Now the last question is define wind and precipitation. Yes, wind and precipitation. You know what is wind? The moving air is called wind. Yes, the moving air is called wind, or you can say that wind is a horizontal movement of air. Yes, wind is a horizontal movement of air. Wind is named after the direction from which it comes, like northern wind, southern wind. Yes, like this. And what do you mean by precipitation? Precipitation is actually any kind of product of the condensation. Yes, after condensation, a product is formed during water cycle. Water cycle. So product may be any rain, hail, drizzle, anything, sleet. So precipitation is actually any product of the condensation of atmospheric water vapor that falls under gravity. Yes. So the main forms of precipitation include dew, mist, sleet, drizzle, fog, rain, dropper, and many more. Okay. I hope that you understood. It is very easy. Now, in the next class, we will talk about the climate zone of India and effect of sun in changing of climate, tropical zone. These topic we will study. Okay, and we will study about adaptation of animal. Okay. Till then, wait. We'll meet in next class. Till then, bye bye.